Yes, he's played Taylor 4 times away from the telly. He said, I've lost every time, never played him on the telly. It's just the same, son, I'm afraid. Taylor absolutely brilliant, as you say there. McDine sitting on that double and never got a shot at it. Double 14, he'd have fancied his chances. 7-0. Come on, McDine. Don't let him make it 9, McDine.
96.
Make it 7-1 here.
I wonder what the odds were on a complete whitewash. 16-0. I'm sure Kevin McDine will be desperate to avoid
60.
that. He just wants to salvage some pride and I guess show the fans here at the Winter Gardens and the halls watching back at home exactly what he can do.
59.
Yes, being on the back end of a heavy defeat is one thing, but knowing that you've underperformed and not given of your best can make it all that more hurtful, all that more difficult to accept or take, even at 23.
Well, McDine's third match here in Blackpool, Philip Taylor's 60th match at the World Matchplay. He's lost only 6. Incredible record. Anderson, Manley, Everson, Part, Baxter and Terry Jenkins. It's a phenomenal record here at the Winter Gardens.
Yes, Manley, of course, was in the semi-final 1999, wasn't it? Terrific game. We then played Harrington 9 years ago. 10 years ago this year, that wonderful final between Harrington and Baxter. How the time flies. Now then, another maximum from McDine, his second. Does it put him in with a chance? Well, Taylor, we've seen him take out one big finish. Let's see what happens here.
Surely not.
Surely not. Surely not. Have some mercy, man. Oh, this is unbelievable. Yes, you are playing a master now, young fella. And Philip Taylor, 158. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, McDine trying his best. 160, 110 when McDine was sat on double 14, and then 158, and the young Geordie still to have a dart and a double in this quarter-final. Phenomenal from Philip Taylor.
Yes, phenomenal, I think. We've said it so many times, haven't we? For all that, his average is still below 3 figures, but McDine hits his third 180. He's beating Taylor, at least in one column there, the maximum column. Got to feel better when he's hit a couple of maximums, even more so with his
60.
third. More to come, possibly, Stu. Won't be one here, of course.
Well, surely this is the leg where Kevin McDine is going to get his first dart and a double, his first chance to win a leg
94
in this quarter-final.
Well, we mentioned ruthlessness, and Taylor has proved beyond all doubt that he, yes, you used the word relentless, is entirely ruthless. There's another maximum from the power. 3 apiece now.
Still needs the treble. Bullseye for McDine.
61.
Well, he's had a dart for a leg, and he's going to get a couple more, because of course that 180 leaving Taylor on a bogey, but I think everyone is willing Kevin McDine to take this out, but all of a sudden he's now under immense pressure. Double 4. Yes, he's on the board at last. It's taken him 9 legs. He can see the funny side. Taylor can't. He thought he was going to win that leg. 8-1 it is. And Kevin McDine finally up and running in this quarter-final.
Well. 8-1. Would you believe it? 8-1 the score. And
100.
Well, I said don't let him have 9, and McDine, the lad from the Tyne, and 8-1 is rather better than 9-0.
45.
Let's be honest, not much. But just the feeling of winning that one leg must give him a lot of pleasure.
I remember in the second round match against Osborne when Taylor led 10-0 and Osborne finally got a leg on the board. You know, there was a big smile on Taylor's face, and he acknowledged the fact. But he had a face like thunder when McDine won that leg.
140.
Well, any potential pretenders to his crown, he is unmerciful with. And there have been others.
85.
Adrian Lewis, I remember, over in the States a couple of years ago, met Taylor in a final, and it was Taylor who was relentless,
85.
ruthless then, and won with the sort of comfort we're seeing now. And for all that Taylor lost to Wade at Glasgow in the Premier League when things were not going his way at the end of January, he has more than made up for that since, with wonderful displays in that particular competition. Of course, crowning it by beating the same man in the final, beating him again in the final in Las Vegas only a couple of 3 weeks ago.
59.
John, for someone who was written off 6 months ago, he's won 10 out of 14 tournaments away from the TV cameras, the Premier League, the Las Vegas Desert Classic. That's not bad, is it?
Yeah, I don't know who actually written him off. I mean, his darts weren't great, but don't recall writing him off myself.
The knives were out, that's for sure. The knives were out for Taylor in January and February, and he wanted to prove the critics wrong. He's done that.
And he did do that, and he's done it splendidly.
64.
Double 10 for 9-1. Another leg closer. Another semi-final here in Blackpool. It's been a wonderful performance from Phil Taylor.
The lad's still wearing half a smile on his face, and I think that's a positive way to be. Try and enjoy the remainder of this game. It would be a comeback, even
97.
to put that one from Mardle in the shade by a long, long way were he to come back from here. And frankly, Taylor just isn't going to let him or anybody else come back from this kind of situation. I'm being super duper optimistic, even to have the thought on my mind as Taylor, quite frankly, Stuart, puts his fourth
59.
180 in with deadly ease.
Disappointment there. He fancied it, you know. He's been promising again all week that he's going to do a 9-darter. As far as McDine's concerned, he's got to remember this experience. However much it hurts, he has to remember he is getting a harsh lesson from the master of darts, and you know, whatever score it ends up being, he's got to remember it.
Well, I don't know the lad well, and I met him briefly a couple of times, and he strikes me as being a level-headed sort of individual. But perhaps it's unfair for me to say that he might be mature beyond his years. I don't know him well enough to be able to say that. But the fact is that when he's Phil Taylor's age, he might well have many titles under his belt, and he may well look back on this day as part of his education. Yeah, I think he has to.
Absolutely. It's the experience of a humiliation of which it looks like being. You know, he's got to remember, he's got to lock it away and take something from it.
96. Kevin, you require
151. This would illuminate the Winter Gardens. Never looked likely.
77.
It's going to be another one, isn't it?
Tops for Taylor. 10-1. He's had 9 hits in 14 attempts. Now double 10. And that's now 10 out of 16, 63%.